MB channel.
Explain.
Okay, well, we'll need to get roll. We need to get B-roll to like splice.
Beautiful, isn't it? This is called Chamber Mansions. Chamber Mansions, where is it? Chamber Mansions. They don't put any story here. I think maybe Chamber Mansion is like an office. They have a lot of rooms in there for the governor to work there. Okay, for the next one, this is we call inner palace that we told you before. No need to look at
And
me.
what's in the inner palace, dude?
I don't know how to explain. Let Martin to explain to you.
I think you know how to explain. Okay. So the inner palace, where we are now, has a lot of houses like this dotted
Yes,
around.
the
So it's kind of
princess.
around the perimeter. I think there's another house down there. And the houses are for the ladies of the royal family.
We just need to live next to each other.
Yeah.
And here, before this HH, this is one HM queen that's been higher position
Yes.
and have her picture in front of house also.
So HH is Her Highness, whereas HH is Her Majesty.
Ah yes.
And yeah, this was the personal house of the Queen.
Yes.
Which king
What kind that mean? What that mean?
was she the queen of?
I think king number 5. They not mention. I scared that if I say something else for the public, it's my not right. So we need to be
To be honest, we
careful.
might have said lots of stuff that isn't accurate, so we can always correct it later.
Okay, this one, 赵总. 赵总 is the lower. I can say the lowest positioning for the ladies on behalf of our king.
What's interesting about this is that this house is actually bigger than the one that we just passed where the Queen lived.
Yeah, it's depend on, maybe it's depend on the style they like that. Have her picture on there too. And in Thai we call เจ้าจอมมารดาแส it means she have a son for our king. That's why she got promoted. is เจ้าจอมมันดาอ่อน Oh, this is live with like many ladies here have เรียนเจ้าจอมเอี่ยมอวบเอี้ยนเจ้าจอมมันดาอ่อน many ladies live here.
That must have been, yeah, an interesting place.
Yes, that's why it's a little bit big. And this one is mentioned for HM Queen. Oh, I just realized that HM Queen and the previous one HM Queen too, but need to live further from each other.
Yeah, well, different kings, presumably.
No, the same king.
Oh, okay. Don't need to ask any more questions then.
It's quite complicated system in the previous time. Until now, I am Thai. I still not understand that much about this. Oh, something like prince or princess. You can go to look closer inside. Oh, okay. I let Martin to read and then he can explain to you clearer than me.
Okay, this is actually quite sad. So, King Chulalongkorn, King Lama 5,
Yes.
who's widely regarded as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, kings that Thailand has ever had. He's the king that's credited with maintaining Thailand independence when the various European empires were quite aggressively colonising Asia. Basically, without him, there might not be a Thailand today. This is a memorial to some of his family, his kids specifically. All of them seem to have died in the same year. I don't know what happened. They didn't die at the same time, but they all died in 1887.
They said in Thai it's just like some kind of illness.
Yeah, I don't know if it was
Yeah.
some kind of pandemic or something. I don't know. I assume there must have been. But first, his consort, one of the ladies of his household, died at the age of 34 on the 21st of July. Then on August the 27th, one of his kids died at age 9. Another one of his kids had already died in May at 1.5 years old. And then the fourth member of his family, the third one of his children, died in November at the age of 6. So yeah, it's pretty sad.
In the previous time, for like a Thai culture or royal family culture, they like to have some kind of memorial place and live in the palace.
So they had a cremation ceremony for the dead family members, and the wood that was left over from the cremation was actually used to build Thailand's first ever hospital.
Alright, now it's last video exactly
Yes.
before we leave Bangkok Palace. How do you feel about the palace?
Oh, it's quite loud. Listen, there's a couple of motorbikes about to drive by. Okay, so it's a little bit noisy here, and we're just leaving Bangkok Palace. We actually filmed the video just inside the gate before we were about to leave, and security stopped us and told us we weren't actually supposed to be filming at all. So it turns out that Beam has been breaking the law for the past 2.5 hours. She's probably going to go to prison.
No, I just deleted only one video.
The palace is lovely. It's really big. It's yeah, it's really interesting. It's not like Bangkok's other palaces. Firstly, because it's not really all that busy. Secondly, because it's actually about an hour's drive outside Bangkok, so you know, it's not in the middle of the city and it's a bit more difficult to get to. But it's worth coming here. We spent about 2.5 hours going around it, and that was with the little golf cart to make things faster. But actually, we could easily have spent, you know, 4 or 5 hours. We didn't have enough time to go into all of the buildings that we were allowed to go into. So if I was coming back in the future, I would come earlier in the day. I think we came at the right time of year because it's winter now, so it's not too sunny. A lot of the palace grounds are very, very open. There's not a lot of shade. So if you come in the summer, you're going to be absolutely sweltering. I would certainly recommend hiring a golf cart, not just because it's fun, but also because honestly I think you'll need it just to avoid getting sunburned. So yeah, really interesting, worth visiting, not too busy. It's a little bit off the beaten track if you're staying in Bangkok as a tourist, but it's also quite near to Ayutthaya, which is amazing actually. If you're coming to Thailand as a tourist, you absolutely need to visit Ayutthaya, and you can visit this while you're here. It's worth staying for a night in this area outside Bangkok just so that you can visit them both. And yeah, now we're going to go get some dinner.
Yes, so this is the parking area. It's very convenient if you drive your own car. No worry for anything. Security is good here.
Oh, one more thing, I forgot this. You can actually see it here.
Yes. What do you have done today?
Dress code. So I turned up wearing shorts. You can't turn up wearing shorts. It's not allowed. You can't show any of your leg. You can't show your shoulder. So just inside the gate, you've got a little shop where you can buy elephant pants. They're like 100 baht, so it's as cheap as chips. But yeah, they won't let you in if you're dressed like a regular tourist. You need to have a certain degree of modesty because it is a royal site.
Thank you.
Oh, actually, do you want to see what Beam is wearing as well?
Okay.
Yeah, Thai style.